Welcome back to another one, and today with the latest camera from Tonton, which has some interesting features that I will share with you in just a few moments. But one of them is that it can be used as a standalone camera as it is right now, just connected via app, and we can use a second camera and the third, or really interesting is that we can add this to a system with NVR. We have seen here at least 3 systems from Tonton. I will leave links right over here so you can check them out, but it is a more dedicated system, a more powerful system where we will centralize everything on the NVR, and the NVR will keep all the information recorded by the camera. So depending on what you are looking for, this will cover either way. Inside the package we will find the camera itself, all the accessories that we will need to assemble. In terms of build quality, it comes with the Tonton build quality that we have seen previously. It's plastics, and here at the front we have a metal part right next to the lens. On the back we'll have screws that we can insert up to 128 gigs micro SD card. In terms of configuration, it's really easy, and I will show you the app in just a few moments. If you want to use just one camera, then it's just the app. If we want to use the camera plus the NVR with another cameras and so on and so forth, then check one of these videos right over here. You will see better what I mean, how easy it is. The same it is with the setup. I will also leave links right over here with some tips so that we can have a nice setup, and we have seen several ways, including how to remove the original power adapter and put a small power adapter to power this type of camera in one of these boxes and have a clean installation. So that being said, these are the initial steps, really easy if you are looking for something like this. So just a few tips that might help those that are wondering for the first time if they will get a security system or not. I will leave a link down below for all the specifications, all the boring parts, which some of them I will not mention right over here. Now, in terms of the image quality, which is one of the most important parts, I did record a few things. And first of all, image quality during the day. I know that I did record at least in 2 separate days. One was cloudy, the other one was not so cloudy, so we will see probably a difference right over there, but nonetheless great image quality. Having in mind that I only watched on my phone so far, it looks really nice, but I haven't watched on a 1080 screen, and have in mind that this video is recorded at 4K, so the video will be stretched because the resolution is 1080. I also recorded during the night in a real life situation on my backyard, and for what I've seen, it looks really nice. Now, in terms of the night vision, it has 3 modes that we can select. Actually, I only tested the 3 modes while I was here on the office, but it works really nice. One of which is the infrared mode, which will see everything in black and white. The other one is when we use the lights, and it will be an image with color, so no black and white right over there. And we also have an option which is the intelligent mode, and basically what it does is that if it senses that the motion is close, it will turn on the lights and we will have color. If it's far away, it will not turn on the lights and it will use the infrared. So really smart on that aspect right over there. In terms of the image quality, really happy. It has not 360 but 355 degrees, so you will see a lot of the area with this camera. Actually, this is the one with more area coverage that I've seen so far in terms of these 360 cameras, which it's not always 360, in this case 355. And it also has 2 interesting features, which is the tracking mode, which will track me all the time. Well, not just me, any motion that it will detect, it will track that motion. And it also has another feature that I will show you in the app in just a few moments. So 1080 resolution with 3 megapixels. When we compare with a phone, we say, hey, only 3 megapixels, but this is the image quality that we get. It's really good. So forget about the megapixels and focus more on the image quality. I've got here the app, but I would also like to add that it has audio in both ways, motion detection, push alarms, and it also has a alarm that will make a lot of noise. Now, in terms of the app itself, it's a really simple to use app. You have seen it here on the past, And first of all, we might use the cloud service that Tonton has, or we can use the micro SD card that we can insert right over here up to 128 gigs. Or if we are using the camera with the NVR, then the NVR will do all the recording for us, and then we can have access with our phone, our computers, and so on and so forth. Show us the different kinds of options that we have. Just 1 month with several days, and then we also have up to 2 years. So depending on what you want. I forgot to change to English on the app, but right now it is, as you can see. So you'll see some changes right over here. Sorry about that, because I was recording previously my Portuguese video. Now, there are a few options right over here. Where it says news, it's notifications, where the motion detection is triggered, and it will record on the SD card or on the cloud what happened right over there. So as you can see, there were several movements, several things that it will detect it, including when I did bring it to the office right over here. So we can select this, and we also have to share and to play back the video. So no surprises right over here. If I press on the 3 dots right over there, we have the option to push the alarm, which is the notifications on our phone. At this moment are turned off, but I can turn them on. We also have settings, which we will see in just a few moments, the edit and move to the top or to delete. Move to the top if we have more than one camera. If we go to the settings, we will go to this menu, but we can also go to that menu inside of the camera, as you can see right over here. And on the right top corner, we have the settings options, where we can just select everything. Now, for example, I can select the motion detection, the way that it works, only humans or everything, or during the day, during the night, when I want, if I want the siren to work or not. So we have a lot of options right over here. Also the recording setting. In my particular case, I do believe that the best is to record 24/7, or at least to record based on the let me select right over here, the event recording, which is when it detects movement, it will record. And we also have the timed recording, but to me it doesn't make that much sense. Then we have the image setting, where we can have the rotation, the night vision mode, and a few more options in terms of privacy area, if we want to blur some of the area, if we are looking for our neighbors area, for example. The PTZ control, which we can control if we want high, medium or lower in terms of speed. And we also have the cruise mode, which is really nice. There are a few shortcuts for this, which I will share with you in just a few moments, which makes it easier even to use. Now, in terms of advanced settings, we have a lot of options right over here. Device voice prompt, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but it has audio in both ways. But besides that, we have the connect new Wi-Fi. This is always something that we struggle with smart devices like the camera or any other smart device. When we install it for the first time, we discover that our network signal is not that strong there, so we will use it like that for 1 month or 2. But when we can get a Wi-Fi repeater or a power line, then we install it, and what happens to that device is that we will need to configure again. In this particular case, we don't need to do that. So this, although it sounds simple, it's really useful. If I go right over here, it will show me a list of the available Wi-Fi networks right over here, and then I can just select and configure. Besides that, we also have a lot of options right over here that we can mess around. Actually, the app is simple, but it gives us all the options that we want. Now, here on this particular menu, I've got the quality of the video that I'm watching, depending on the network that I have. I can also save pictures from the camera, and I can record videos as well, and I can put it on full screen, but full screen will stop my recording, and that's not a great idea. Now, we have the PTZ right over here, where we can pan and tilt without any issues, but I'm sure that I've already showed you a few images that are more interesting outside than in here. Besides that, we also have down below the microphone, where we can speak and we can hear from the camera. And besides that, we also have the option for these shortcuts. Now, the first is the motion detection, which is enabled at this moment, and then motion tracking, which, as I said, it will track my motion. Cruise mode, which with motion tracking makes it really smart. The cruise will make it from a few seconds from a few seconds, it will turn and turn and turn and turn, and then it will go back. So it will act like a radar. It's always moving slowly, and if it detects something with the motion tracking detection enabled, it will start following that object or that person. PTZ calibration just means that if I'm messing around with the camera for some reason to put the micro SD card, and if it's not adjusted, I just press there and it will adjust. And then we have the 3 different modes of infrared night vision. And basically this is it regarding the camera. Regarding the app, which is straightforward, as you could see, really easy to use. So if we are looking for just one single camera, 360, great. If we want to integrate it on a bigger system, it's also great. And in my opinion, this is the biggest advantage that this camera and the system from Tonton brings to the table. That being said, hope that you guys enjoyed the video. So don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto George. Today with the Tonton 360. By the way, I didn't mention that it's waterproof, but as you could see, it was raining during a few days, so it is waterproofed, IP66 certified, and I was forgetting about that, which is really important for a outside or outdoor surveillance camera. That being said, once again, my name is Roberto George, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.